Okay, so we'll talk about marketing, then I'll ask you my catch-all question, and we'll call it a day. But what have you found to be the most successful methods of marketing, and also what has your experience been working with our previous guest, one of my most favorite publicists, Megan Beatty?
Okay, I love Megan. Megan is fabulous. She's so smart and inventive and energetic and optimistic, and I just absolutely adore her. And she might really be my best marketing investment. It's very, very hard to break out in YA because the market is very crowded. A lot of books come out, and the way that books are publicized is shifting. If you look at the impact of social media and you look at what's happening with print media, and everything that used to be true about marketing books is in flux. And so you really need to have someone on your side who is helping you navigate these waters. As a solo author, you can only do so much. Unless you're like the cousin of Kim Kardashian. I really kind of wish I was the cousin of Kim Kardashian.
Who doesn't? Sure.
So I think you do what you can. You establish a media presence which is comfortable for you. I like being on Instagram because it allows me to visually show parts of my life and parts of my personality. I don't really want to get into the kind of political conversations which are on Twitter.
But they're so productive and helpful. Why would you want to skip them?
Yeah, it's not really my deal.
That'll be my regret on my deathbed. I wish I'd sent one more angry tweet. Oh.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. But I think it's important to find the social media outlet. I think it's important that works for you. Also, to build your community. You want your community around you, and making sure that you have someone who's going to show up at that book launch is really, really important. And I think it also, I think one of the single most important things that you can do is to write your elevator pitch and to really get that right, because you just never know who you're going to run into. And that gives you the opportunity to talk about your book in a very compact and direct way. And I think that is really, really important, because that feeds directly into how the publisher is going to talk about your book. And, it feeds into how your book will be presented on the electronic catalogs that are available for book buyers to use. So that's probably the most important thing that any writer can do, is really get that 1 or 2 sentence summary of their book and get that right.
Makes all the sense in the world. I always end these wonderful conversations with a question that is my catch-all for anything I could have learned from you, but I was just too stupid to ask the question. If there was 1 or 2 things that you could go back and you could tell yourself when you began your writing journey that would have made things much easier for you, what would you go back and tell yourself?
Wow. I think I would tell myself, you're going to be surprised.
Fair enough. surprises, though, mostly, right?
Publishing is a very up and down journey. There are parts of it which are just incredible and amazing and fun and thrilling. And then there are parts of it which are just anxiety producing and hard. And you just never know how it's going to turn out. So enjoy the ride. Enjoy every minute of it. Don't wait to celebrate. Celebrate at every point. Celebrate when someone asks you for a full instead of a partial manuscript. Celebrate when you've had a good positive response from an agent. Celebrate when you get an agent. Celebrate when you see your cover. Celebrate at every single moment, because there's no point in waiting to see whether or not your book becomes a bestseller. Just enjoy every step along the way.
Nope. Only when I've reached the top of the mountain will I look down from it and finally savor.
Yeah.
No, I think that's absolutely excellent advice.